for a client, so I'm going to be sharing psychic wisdom and energy healing. If any of you are interested in exploring a psychic session with me, please visit me on my website at abbeynormalswisdomquest.com. So there's no goals for this session. I'm just going to be going as guided by spirit, and we will see what comes up. Okay. Okay. Right now, the energy is literally streaking. It's almost like I've got, I fell on the ground and I skidded across the cement on my face right here, and it hurts. It hurts really bad. I mean, it's just like a side swipe, and this is really in pain. And I feel like I've been hurt. And this is across the left side, okay? And I can't look straight ahead. I mean, I'm almost, like, I'm forced to even look away. Like, I don't want to look at it. I don't want to see that. So I'm also forced to look away. So I'm helping you, and let's just face this thing. Let's just face this. And I hear the screaming, no! Like, really, like, yeah, I mean, that doesn't even do it justice. Like, it's no, and like rattling the house. Okay. Yes. All it is turning your head. It's no big deal. Just turn your head. This is like, what? Let's practice it. See, we can turn our head. Sure. Say it hurts too much. This hurts too much. So I literally just, there's energy here. I'm showing your heart, and I'm literally just calming this down, and then placing my hand into your heart, just relaxing you. Okay, you have a splitting headache. Like, you have a shattered experience going on in your mind about what this is. You're so mad. I mean, there's like, if we could look at the heart monitor, and this is actually related to the anger monitor, but it looks like an up and down, like a heartbeat, but this like, this is like super fluttering hardcore. And this is the anger monitor. It's just like this. So again, just relax it on down. Boy, you've got a lot to resolve here. And just so you guys know, this is a follow-up session from yesterday's session. And so I'll put a link in the description if you're interested in watching it. But I see that your inner child is here. And your inner child is super unresolved, okay? Because there's just so much congested anger. And we are literally kneading the dough here of that this circumstance. And you shared some feedback with me that your relationship with your father is really like, he's a big guy, he has a really loud voice, and there's how that affected you as a kid growing up. And so I see there's a lot here. It's so interesting the way we weave these webs, because as I look at your little young self, I see all this kind of sticky material, and it's like weaving, it's creating. But what is it creating exactly? That's what has to change here, literally. Because you don't need to create. You don't need to create anger, because your dad could create anger. Nope. Because that's his insecurity. That's something he needs to work on, right? That doesn't mean you have to work on it. So he gives it to you and then you get to uphold the tradition? No, you don't have to. So it starts with you, okay? You're just calming your heart down. Don't be disappointed in your dad, all right? Don't hold a grudge. Your dad needs support. Still working on your heart here, okay? Making tremendous progress. So it's this, but I don't deserve that. I didn't deserve that. Such an interesting conversation here. I could say yes, because nobody needs to be treated that way at any age. But what's interesting about this concept of what you deserve or what you don't deserve, what if that's exactly what you needed and what your dad needed in order for your dad's soul to receive the help that he needs through you? And you can always be bigger than that. You can always uphold the Christ consciousness, okay? You can. Do you understand how important that is? So you swooped in here and said, I'm going to help you, Dad. I'm going to be your son, and I'm going to help you. So if you want to yell at me, if you want to break me down, and if you do break me down, I'm going to heal that, and then I'm going to heal you, and I'm going to heal us both. What's interesting is it's like let's work on our perspective here. Let's work on the way we're seeing things. See it differently. See it as an opportunity. Don't hold on to the wounds. Easier said than done. I'm going to continue to look at this, see how you're doing now. Okay, so let's just vent this out, all right? You are mad. It's like a Hulk roar, okay? And again, it's just shaking the house and it's roaring back, like bigger than it's like all the lions ever known in all of existence roaring at the same time and just roaring across, okay? So we're just gonna open that pocket up and just let that out. Let's just vent that out. Yeah, that's good. Super good. Okay, we're gonna go a little bit deeper here because you're not done yet. So you're roaring it out. Okay, we're going into this other space where you're gonna lay it on him. You're gonna really beat this out of yourself by beating him down, okay? Because he needs to know what it is like to feel the way that you have felt. What if he did feel the way that you had felt and he wasn't strong enough, so he made you feel the way that he felt when he was your age, when he's younger? I mean, it's just an idea. But you are shifting. You aren't able to just beat this out of him. You're kind of shifting. Because you don't need to take it into that level. It's just venting. It's all it is. You're not going to hurt anybody. You're just so mad. I mean, this is mirror shattering. This is soul shattering anger. This is how could you? How dare you? It's like you disgust me. Spitting on him. It's just venting. Because once we get all this energy out of the way, we can come back to a place of balance and clarity. And because you don't need that inside of yourself, distorting what you really are about, what you really represent here. It's just distorting you from yourself. So we just vent it out in this safe space, okay? Because you don't need to carry that energy anymore. And it needs to come out. And we need to mend this. We need to do something about this. Okay. Anger again. This is from the lower abdomen, like sacral chakra area. Okay. New scene, you're older now. You're like a teenager. And you are punching your dad in the face over and over and over again. Because you want him to feel the way he made you feel. Okay. You okay now? How do you feel now about your dad? We just keep working through these waves, okay? Like the anger monitor. Okay, we're kind of changing the anger monitor to something a little bit more smoothed out, okay? So let's just keep going through the waves here. If there's another tremor of I've got a vent again, let's just let it out, okay? Until we get it all out. And we don't need it anymore, right? We don't judge the way that we feel. Don't judge it. We just let it be part of our experience. I feel this way, okay. Getting the feelings out. Now how do you feel? I feel fine. I feel like kind of hysterical, actually. So you don't feel angry anymore? No. Well, you were just freaking out a minute ago. You don't feel angry anymore? I feel not angry at all. Okay, great. Because you're returning to your true self now, your true balance. Just get that out of the way of you, and now you can be you. And now you can see your dad in a different way. You can build a new relationship, whatever that is, okay? It's kind of like war, you know? It's like eventually, it's like when you feed anger, anger only gets more angry. So we have to approach it with through a different direction. When it comes to energy, like when it comes to broken souls and demonic energy, what makes broken human beings, you can't feed a demon with their own hurt. With what is broken, that soul, you can't feed the soul with what broke them. Because it's not healing anything, that's not changing anything, and that's only going to break you down now too. And now you're going to be working at the same level as each other. You know what I mean? You don't need to be on your dad's level. What you need to do is teach your dad how to be on your level. It's hard to go through this process, but you can do it because we got to turn all this energy inside out. And just continue to send love to your dad. Just continue to send love to him as you continue to come into balance with who you truly are. That's how we mend this. That's how we mend this. Okay. Yeah, you're feeling better. You're older now, like 20s. You're standing up straight, and you have a lot to work on with your heart in this image of you and this experience of you. And you carry a bit of spite about with you, and it's kind of got an attitude as well in this spite, and it gives you like a chip on your shoulder, like don't mess with me. It gives you a weird sense of strength or power. But all it is how you were treated and how it broke you down and how angry you are at your dad. So literally this isn't power at all. It's your greatest weakness. But ego will transform that. I'm tough as nails. What is that going to do for society? Literally, you're tough as nails. What's that going to do to help the world? And that's all ego. You got something to prove. You got somebody's face to smash in because your dad hurt you when you were younger, so you're tough as nails. Wow. Yeah, but this is just a tarnish, okay? This is just like a little bit of residue here. And it's kind of intermixed with ego and intermixed with the memory of what happened, okay? And how you worked through it at a young age. So we just mend all this stuff, okay? Okay. This is the next thing. We're kind of shifting back to a younger age, and you have a big red axe and you're pulling it straight out of your heart, and you just start chopping wood with it. But you chop down a wooden house. You just chop down all the wood inside the house that built the walls, built the door, that built the roof even, that built the kitchen table, that built the rocking chair. Like all this wood, you keep chopping all the wood of this house so there's nothing left. You have no walls, you have no roof, you have no door, you have no kitchen table, you have no chairs, you have no rocking chair, you have no bed frame, You just chop it all down. And what did that accomplish? Breaking things. But he kind of like, like, oh my God, I did it. I chopped it all down. I say, so do you see, when is this ever going to stop? When is this ever going to end? So let's go back in time and let's take the axe out and let's set it down. And let's say we don't need to anymore. We don't need it. We don't need to break anything down. We don't need a broken home. I hear an inner voice that is talking to me. It's a female, actually. She's talking about how we are teaching children in ways we don't even realize. So your dad is teaching you to grow up to be really tough through being angry. So is that a right or a wrong way? But I see you and I see how you're receiving that learning, and you're not allowed to have a voice. You're not allowed to say, Dad, I don't agree with this. Dad, I don't like this. You're not allowed to say no to him. You aren't allowed to say no to him. And that's not fair to you in the way that you need to express yourself, because you deserve to have an opinion. You deserve to be able to speak from your heart and to be heard, even if you're a kid, even if you're little. And this is a problem here in the throat, because your dad didn't give you room to talk to him about himself. You were just meant to receive this and to grow up to be tough. But really, it was all just his wounds coming out, his insecurities, hurting you, not giving you room to talk about it. And now what do you get? You get to grow up to be what? Carry all this baggage. Thanks, Dad. You're awesome, Dad. This is an evolution of the human race, because this is a perfect scenario. I mean, I so relate to this. I relate to feeling that way. I relate to holding on to that and having anger about that and saying that's not fair. Look what you did to me because you couldn't work on yourself. Well, eventually it has to start with somebody. It might as well start with you, the change, right? That you can heal this. You can heal your dad. You can heal your dad's dad. You can heal this. You can heal yourself. How are you going to let go of your anger about this? Because you don't need it at all. It doesn't define you. It doesn't define him. It's just a challenge. It's a test. How are you going to work through this test? Because you can challenge yourself to rise above the way that we would all respond to this. You can ascend, you can rise above that and say, you know what, I am dusting myself up. I understand that this was the perfect situation. Did I deserve this? This was the perfect situation for me to receive some really challenging lessons here, but to reach souls that were really vulnerable, that I had the power to heal them for all time, to heal myself, to heal time itself, to heal the world. Through me choosing to not go down to my dad's level and not hold a grudge and turn off the anger monitor. Still working on this. We're getting there though. Huge improvements. Your heart. Okay, again, there's the fist. So let's punch this out, okay? There's like a punching bag here, and then we're just gonna duke it out with the punching bag, and let's just get all this out of the heart. Because there's a lot stuffed in there, and let's just get it out. And so emotions are so interesting, aren't they? Because we have a right to our feelings, and we need to actually explore the way things make us feel, because that's part of being human, right? But do we let these feelings mold and shape our identities, mold and shape us, especially when the feelings are so painful and toxic and poisonous? How are we molding ourselves with those emotions if we hold on to them? You see what I mean? So we can keep venting until we don't, until we have the power to just not even need to vent anymore, because we just don't need to. Because we're learning another way, because we're letting go or moving on from all of that. We're shedding that skin, you know? You're choosing to see through a different pair of eyes the power of love, the power of what this was all about in the first place. It was supposed to be a challenge. It was supposed to be a test. How are you working through it? You're doing a great job. Can you do the extra credit? Can you go above and beyond? Because it is so hard to conquer this stuff, but you can do it. You can conquer it, and you can excel at it, and then you can heal everything, you know? And heal everything in your whole life. Everything in your whole life. So you don't need the punching gloves and the punching bag. Like, you don't need to duke it out. Again, we got that out of your heart. Okay. I want you to just look at your dad. I want to see how you respond to him now, okay? Let's see if you can hug him the way that he is. Let's see if you can hug him, even if he can never reciprocate that for you. Even if he can't hug you back, can you still hug him? You see life? You see the tests? Yes, you can do this. And you can put love into him. You can see your dad right now. Like, I'm nowhere near you, nowhere near your dad. I'm gonna, I can just sit here in my chair, and I can go anywhere in the universe, and I can send love to anything. I can do that. I can help you. I can help your dad. You can help anybody. It's just sitting here in my chair. I don't have to even get up and go somewhere. Just sit right here and I can do anything from right here. And so can you. You can sit in your chair and you know what your dad looks like. You see him in your mind and you send light and you see the light is bright within his heart. And as you see the light is bright within his heart, you will feel it become bright within your own heart. You see? And you know the power of love can heal your dad's soul. So you start to see deeper. You start to see his soul. And you start to see the light is bright within your dad's soul. And now you start to see the light is bright within your soul. And now this becomes addictive. You see why? Like, there's no need for this. Punching and breaking, and because this feels pretty darn good. Like, this should be day-to-day life here. Love? Oh, oh, I felt that. That was really nice. Oh, I put love into your soul gets bright. Oh, my soul's getting bright. Oh, wow, this is so interesting, you know? It's the truth. It is the truth. And send love here to your dad's mind, okay? And see his mind is mending. See your dad's temper, however you want to feel his temper. Now feel his temper going down. There's no temper. And fill your dad with light some more. And start to feel yourself filled with light and no temper. Because there's no temper, right? What does this say? You know, I was like, what is this saying? So interesting. It just goes to show that we are all a part of each other, and the power of love to heal somebody heals yourself that much more. Like, if we're all doing this, there's no more pain. There's no more anguish. This is the power. Like, this works. This absolutely works. This absolutely works, and it's so easy. Anybody can do this, you know? Literally, anybody can do this. You just sit in a chair and you see somebody who's hurt you, for instance. And then you start to see the thing they did. And you start to see that thing, however that feeling is like, let's say it's their voice that you're hearing. Say it's, they belittled you. And they were always putting you down. They're always pointing their finger at what you weren't doing right. You know, whatever it is. You literally, you see that action. And you remember that feeling. And then you put light into it. You put love into it. Put love into that person. And it'll free you. It will free you as it will free them. As it will free the memory. As it will free that connection. You know? Okay, let's see what comes next here. You're feeling a lot better. There's still work to be done. The reason why, it's like every action lasts for all eternity. So let's say your dad yelled at you one time. That one time exists for all eternity, echoing forever. Okay? And how that made you feel now exists for all eternity, echoing forever. And so now your dad's yelled at you 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 1,000 times, echoing for all eternity, and your reaction to that echoing for all eternity. And the echoes that are inside your dad from his upbringing, you know, it can echo for all eternity. Now imagine the whole planet and all the generations of time and all the hurts echoing for all eternity. You see? So when you are still mending, you're mending the echoes, you're mending the eternity, you're mending that. And so you just keep mending it and keep mending it with love. And love now echoes for all eternity. Love now echoes. And love neutralizes and then it amplifies. Okay? So I see that we've made incredible progress here, but there's still echoes. Okay? There's still remembrances. There's still hurt. There's still wounds. All right. I'm going to get this last echo. You're again a kid and you pick up the red axe, okay? And we're living in like a home is just in tatters because you broke all the walls and everything. So this was just a pile of wood. And okay, this is going to be a little disturbing. There's a woman here who represents mother, and this is going to be a disturbing image, okay? It is a disturbing image. And I see there's a baby in a chair, high chair, and then I see you, and you're using the axe to cut off each and every one of your fingers, and you're watching the finger actually cut all the way through, and then you're looking at this nub and the bone and the blood that's coming out. You're starting to mutilate yourself. And what's interesting is, let's say you don't put the anger outside of yourself towards others. Now you work on yourself instead. So now the anger is reciprocating back into you. So your dad yelling at you is now you mutilating yourself, you hurting yourself, okay? You hurting yourself. And who is here to help you? Anybody here to help you? Or are you the only one that has to figure this out and help yourself and rise above all of this like the superhero that you are? Is that freaking fair? Or is that the test? Is that the challenge? Your soul said, I am up for this challenge. I'm up for being completely destroyed and broken down and manipulated by that and lost in it and now hurting myself and completely blind on how to even correct this because I don't know myself how to, only to somehow, some way open up to receiving guidance, to receiving healing. Now here I am giving you the opportunity to say, okay, I have a new approach because I want to heal this and I don't want this energy in my life and I don't agree with this. So you are manifesting healing for this. And here I am to help you. Here you are now, you can help yourself as well. We're working together as a team. And as you heal this, because you don't need to hurt yourself anymore. Because if you can't put the hurt out there so other people can be in pain, you can put the hurt back in here, right? But nobody needs to hurt. You don't need to hurt. Nobody out there needs to hurt, right? So we'll circulate love back into yourself. So we're going to put this in reverse. So all the fingers are coming back on. The red axe is just sitting there. I see you stand up. This is very hard. And you're young and you walk towards this mother figure and the baby in the high chair. And in a way, you want to go back to being a baby so that, I see your spirit goes into the baby and you want to be nurtured. You want to be loved like a baby. You want to be taken care of. Life is so much harder when you get older, when you turn 4 and 5 and trying to understand these complex relationships and the anger and what are you doing to cause this and what is wrong with you and there must be something wrong with me. Like it comes back to this concept of like I should be an abortion. That came up I felt that in the energy in the first time I connected yesterday about this, because your young self had this feeling like you Maybe your dad doesn't want you to exist. Maybe you are the problem. Maybe but it was all a complex crackle, okay, of hurt. All right, and blended into hurt, blended into hurt, blended into hurt. So understand this. Understand this. And you ask me, when will the pain ever go away? I'm going to ask you, when will the pain ever going to go? When's the pain ever going to go away? You say, why does it always have to be me? Why do I have to be the one to fix everything? And I say, well, why are you the one? Why are you the one that has to fix everything? I show you nurturing yourself, you feeling nurtured by others, you sending nurture to your mom, to your dad, seeing their souls becoming bright, feeling the brightness inside yourself. You have to start somewhere, and it takes time, like anything. But if you hold on to the pain, it's going to keep you in a place of pain. So you have to start by saying, I don't want the pain. I'm going to try this. I'm going to try to put light into myself, light into my memories, light into my dad, light into my mom, light into my home, light into anything, you know, and then feel the light glowing brighter inside of yourself. This will mend you. This can take time because what you went through was over the span of time, and there's a lot of infinite echoes in there, and you have the power. And as you discover that, you rise above all this stuff, and you can't help but want to heal the whole world and show other people how you did it and how they can do it too. And now we all win. We all win. Why does it have to be you that helps us all win? We're all in this together. Why not? Like, why not step up to your potential here as a leader, as a healer? Why not? You know? Yeah. Oh, wow, that was great. Thank you so much for blessing my life with this opportunity to connect with you. Thank you so much for blessing all of us. I mean, there's just so much we can learn from each other. Thank you so much for this experience. Thank you for sharing. Thank you all also for watching and for all your love and support. I hope you all have a very beautiful rest of your day.